Benjamin? Shush. Hello? No, don't touch. Did my mic go out? Hello. Hello.
No.
Okay, out.
Pussy.
Go, please. Why can I hear myself? I don't want to hear myself. All right. Testing, testing. You can hear me? Okay, good. Thank you. All right, Ben, I love you. I need you to stop yelling from downstairs. Too loud. OB! For reals this time. I am gonna talk about breeding for mutations. Took a lot longer to get some good Ravagers than I was originally planning. Hey. That's not the right food. bales. I need some cryopods. I have never had a drop spawn right there. Never in my life. Whee! Benjamin, stop yelling from downstairs, please. I did not put the stream on for you so that you could yell at me from down here. So shush. Just cleaning things up from earlier so that I can talk about things without things getting in the way. I'm following Phoenix's example and just throwing things in to a random spot. Okay. So, breeding. I've been playing ARK for 4 years, about, and it wasn't till the last year that I really learned how to correctly breed and not just go for it. We're gonna toggle some names because that annoys me. Alright, so when you pick the dino that you are going to start breeding, you can just go with the first male and female that you get, or you can do like I did. And hello, Phoenix. Hi. I'm just... You're rubbing off on me. So, on my last stream, I tamed like 7 or 8 Ravagers with Saturn. And then I went later and got a couple more. So I had probably 10 Ravagers to choose from. And these two were the ones with the best stats. So these are my original wild pair that I chose. This one had the best health at 5,680. And this one had the best melee at 453. So what I did is I bred them until I got... Hey, but I'm also rubbing off on you, and you have become more organized, and I'm so proud of you. So I bred these two until I got my first perfect. And it's called perfect because it has both the health and the melee. And then what I did, it was a male, so I just bred it back to the female so that they both have the health that I wanted. And had to get a melee, a correct melee, and all the other stats just because I like to have the perfect number when I'm breeding. Until I got that on a female. So then I have my perfect pair. Get Chibi? Get out of the picture. So you can see they have the same level number, 448, and they'll have the same health and the same melee. And all the other stats are the same across the board. That's how they ended up with the same level, because they have the same point distributions. Now you don't have to do that if after you've bred like 30 babies and you just can't get that perfect number. Oh my gosh, that's gonna bother me. Ugh. I hate that wildcard has messed up the reticle selections and it takes 12 times to get something to work. Anyway, if you have bred 30 times and you just can't get the exact number on them, you can't get all the stats to be exactly the same, sorry, I had a child in here trying to ask me where his sock was. Kid, I don't know. You can breed without it having the exact same number, as long as it has the stats that you're going for. In this case, my health and melee. Now, when it comes to breeding dinos, there are two types of breeding. There are the breeding with mammals and the breeding with egg layers. I would breed egg layers over mammals any day of the week for the rest of my life. If I have to breed mammals, I will, but they are a pain. Because I'll enable mating. I'll attempt to enable mating. You watch, they'll mate. And when that fills up, when that mating bar at the bottom fills up, then you have to wait for it to gestate. So that's to grow inside the belly. Whereas an egg layer will drop an egg. You can pop it in your incubator or in your torch circle or wherever you're hatching eggs. And then you just have to wait for it to lay an egg again. And if you are like me and you like to live on Gen 2, then you can activate one of the missions, which let's see if that mission is active right now. Nope. Well darn. There's the mission Maywing Poach, and it increases the egg. Nope. Yes. No. Hold on. Oh, it's because I didn't click on it. I was like, wait a second. That's not right. Click. It increases, or it decreases the mating interval. And the way our server is set, I don't know if this is how it is on official, But I could have my 2 egg layers out. They will drop an egg and then immediately start breeding again. And then I just have to wait for that breeding, the mating bar to go. They drop another egg. So much faster than waiting for mammals. Also, you can see all their stats right here. Let's see, I've got an egg in here. If you've never used an incubator, they're a lifesaver. You don't have to wait for the egg to hatch to see its stats. It speeds everything up. You can see colors. You can see the level that it's going to come out as. Then once it is finished incubating, when that gets to 100, which it's going to take forever right now because it's too hot, you can click on it and press down on the right thumbstick if you're on console, and it will hatch it. Or you can go down to the button here, but I suggest if you're planning to hatch things to use your right thumbstick. Otherwise you'll be like me and go to hatch an egg and accidentally crack and destroy it. The equivalent of eating the egg, it doesn't ask if you want to do it or not. And if it does, it also asks if you want to hatch it. No, it doesn't ask if you want to hatch it. But it doesn't ask if you want to crack and destroy. So you just do it. And then you cry because you'd been breeding for days, waiting for your next mutation, and then it's gone. It's a sad day. So I'm going to turn the rest of these guys on mating. I'm going to put away these other 2. Hold on. We don't want these guys to accidentally be breeding and making babies. We will move this guy who's taking a poop, sorry, over here. Just gonna do this. I discovered it recently. Copy settings to nearby Ravagers. And at the top it says copy to 4 Ravagers. So now they're all set to mating. And any other settings that you have active on the one that you use. So now they're all mating. Hopefully we'll get a mutation out of this so that I can show you what that looks like. In the meantime, alright, this one's got 2.5 minutes. In the meantime, we will talk about useful dinos for your breeding endeavors. So right here, we got the Parasaur. Parasaur is like the first dino one of the first dinos you can tame that's pretty easy to tame. But it also has this ability called the Alert. And right now, my turret mode is active, so I would disable that, but right now it's active and I want it to stay active. You can change the settings so that it'll let you know if there's players nearby, or like enemy players nearby, if there's players and their tames nearby, or you can do just creatures, and it just like does wild creatures and unclaimed stuff. So that's what I usually have it on, but I had it on people because people kept snooping. I don't like snoopers. So I always have that on when I'm breeding, because otherwise I'll forget that I'm breeding, and then they'll just be babies all around. And I'm like, oh, whoops, my bad. That's not good for the lag. So yeah, this guy, in a minute or so, when that baby pops, he will alert us, and we will go check that out. The next one is the Daedon. So these ones are a little bit harder to tame. You could also use a snow owl. Hi, Rogue. So you could also use the snow owl or the Daedon to heal your dinos. So this one, the Daedon I prefer because it has a passive tame. I can turn it on and maybe it'll show me in a minute. But it doesn't want to show me. Anyway. You can set it to passive if it even turned on. It did turn on, okay. But it will heal like this. And you can see those dinos over there, they have that green aura around them now. That means that they are healing. Oh look. And just in time, their Tech-Pterosaur detected an enemy. You can come over here, and there's a baby. And because they want to be difficult, it does not have a mutation. So this is the part that a lot of people have troubles with. I hated this part in the beginning, but it has to be done. You can't just keep every baby that's born. You can cry about it later. It's just a game, they're not real. Except when your whole base decays and you lose everything, then it feels pretty real. But then you just clean it up with your Daedon or your Snow Owl. Yee! Yeah. So you can use the Snow Owl, or you can use the Daedon to heal. Let's see if I have... Let me get a Snow Owl. Because I run in circles. Where did I put my Snow Owls? There they are. Let's see. I think this one hopefully has a saddle. Nope. Alright, grab a saddle. Doesn't matter what the saddle is. Just need it to ride the bird. Alright, the Snow Owl. Just like the Daedon, you'll use the left trigger to activate this. You have to hold it down, and it will start healing things while frozen. To increase its healing time, you'll want to increase its stamina. So you just want to put points into stamina. And that stamina comes back really fast if the dino's not doing anything. Whereas the Daedon, you're going to up its food, and this one, his food is already full. I've put all of his points in that he's gained. He can gain at this point. And you can see he has 375,000 food. If I use him to heal real quick, it says that they're consuming extra food to heal the allies. And you can see that his food is going down while this is happening, even though he's not healing anything. So this is great if you want to heal lots of things really fast. The Snow Owl, if you just want to heal some babies, they're pretty easy to tame. Yeah. Let's see how these guys are. Alright, we're gonna have babies in 30 seconds. So we'll just wait for them to pop, and then we will talk about the last couple of dinosaurs. Alright, babies. Ma'ams, excuse me. It's one of the reasons that I prefer having all my numbers levels the same is when these babies are born. Gosh dang it, let me past. usually have a better setup when I'm breeding mammals. I just wanted to show you guys. So, I can see they're all 448 babies, which means they did not get any mutations. When a dino gets a mutation, it will increase by 2 levels. So the next level will be 450, and that's how I'll know that it got a mutation. With mammals, unlike in the egg incubator where I can just check everything real quick and move on, you either can, and I probably should have showed you this before, you can go over to your incubator, hold Y, and then do gestation monitoring. And that's 5 minutes. Cool, awesome, except you can only check them once. So if you're on Gen 2 and you have the mission active, so they're breeding every time after they have a baby, you can't check it every time that they're pregnant. So let's say like I came up here, normally I'd be able to hold Y, and it would give me the gestation monitoring as one of the things. Mom goes away and everyone thinks they gotta come in and harass her. Get! Go on, get. Normally you would have like a gestation monitoring option that you can select. And it will show you just like on the incubator when I had an egg in, it'll show you the level the baby's gonna be. Oh, I forgot these babies are also following me. Stop following. It'll show you the level the baby's gonna be, if it has any mutations. Yeah, mom life for reals. And all that stuff. So that's great. And you can also terminate the pregnancy. If that makes anyone uncomfortable, I'm sorry. Something you can do. It's just a game. You don't have to take it seriously. But brain work. If I did that, so I terminate the pregnancy and then it starts breeding again, I won't be able to check what the baby will be like until my gestation counter. So I'll activate it real quick. Not that I can do anything with it. Ugh. Wild card, fix your stuff. You can see the little binky down at the bottom with that timer. So I'd have to wait for that timer to run out before I could check the baby again. By that time, the next baby's already been born, and then you have to just do the stat check in here anyways. But it's if you're only checking, like say I'm only trying to get melee mutations. If I'm only checking that, then it's not a big deal. So, alright, move on. Next important helpful dinos. We'll do the Maywing first. Who laid us an egg? Thank you. Superior Maywing egg. So as you can see, it's got some milk squirting out of his little nipples there. If you press down on the right thumbstick, it will pick up the babies. This is nice. Our server settings, like, you don't need to worry about keeping your food in your baby's inventories. They will survive if you don't feed them most of the time. But with the Maywing, which they're pretty easy to tame also, you put the food that the baby will eat in its inventory, and then you will... So right now, nursing is enabled. I just disabled it. So you'll enable it. That's when the milk's coming out. That's when you know that it's feeding the babies. It doesn't need to be holding the babies in the pouch. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. There's not an easy way to get them out unless you remove. I just want to remove one of you. Please remove. Thank you. You'll see he has a little feeding trough, and the babies don't normally have that. So if I turn that off, wild card, come on. Oh my gosh, this reticle thing not working makes me want to punch my computer screen. Alright, there you go. You can see when I turn that off that that little manger above the baby's head, the trough symbol, went away. So it's no longer being fed. If I can turn it back on, it comes back. So if you have like Rexes or something that won't fit in this little pouch, no big deal. You can still set them up. One of the stats you can increase is the nursing effectiveness. And again, I've got this one maxed right now. If you increase the nursing effectiveness, word's hard, it also increases the area that it covers. You can fit a lot of babies in there. I don't know why I picked it back up, because I'm just going to Control-Alt-Delete these babies. Alright, let's disable nursing. Remove passengers. Alright. Move our friend out of the way. So yeah, it's just a portable little feeding trough to help keep your babies alive while they're growing up. Oh, I probably should have kept one alive. Oh well. This is why I need to have my notes in front of me. Otherwise, I'll just forget. Nope. This one. Let's see what babies we got in here. What babies we got in here. Baby Shinehorn. That'll work. And baby Dodo. Baby Owl. We want to be able to actually see what we're doing. Alright. So we got our baby Shinehorn. We'll throw out our baby Owl. Oop, cute little babies. Let's toggle our heads so we can see how cute they are. Oh, they're so precious. Babies. Okay. So next we have our Procoptodons, or our kangaroos. Whatever you want to call them. Thank you, Helena. So, the fun thing with the Procoptodons, so for this you have to have a male and a female. You can come up to the baby, press down on the right thumbstick, and you pick it up and put it in a pouch, which is precious. And I love my kangaroos. This will decrease their food consumption, which is what that little bottle is. Means that they will eat less while they are growing. And let's see. All right, we can talk for probably 15 minutes. Yeah. It only works with the females. The males. Helena, I appreciate you showing me the stats of my kangaroo, but now is not the time. Oh, it won't show that. Darn it. Okay. So you can see the little bottle above the owl's head, but it is not above the baby Shinehorn's head. That is because only the females can decrease the food consumption. And it only works if they are mate bonded. Or whatever. Mate boosted. That's the word. So if I take our guy over here. Whee! Oh, that was a cute dance. You'll see now the owl does not have the bottle. So it doesn't have the food. Decreased food consumption. I'll clean those up in a second. So another handy but absolutely not necessary tame for breeding is one of these hawks. They're real good at just cleaning up your messes for you. Thanks, buddy. Do you want to land? Or are you going to be a crazy? Alright, cool, thanks. And look, no more mess. Nothing happened. No babies here. Alright, we'll come back and talk about the next part in a minute. Basically, you can get a double imprint when the baby is in the pouch and you imprint it, which is helpful when you are wanting to imprint fast. Let's say like, oh, I don't know what to say for official, because official settings are much more difficult than for the server I'm on. But let's say I just wanted to imprint the baby real quick before I went to bed and not worry about it. I could, and it only took 2 imprints to get 100%. I could get both those imprints in 1 imprint setting, or 1 imprint go. The only problem with the Procoptodon is they cannot carry very big babies. I don't know what the limit is. I just assume if it's bigger than a baby snow owl, then it probably is not going to work. Once they get a certain size, they will pop out of the pouch and no longer be benefited by the decreased food consumption. Which is why the Maywing is pretty awesome, because they don't need to be in a pouch. Hello, cat under my desk. And they still get fed and all that. See, he got too big, he popped out. So if it's anything bigger than this, then it will not work. I can try to pick it up again. It will not let me pick it up because it's too big now. So they're nice if you're doing small tames, but not the best. Where's the enemy? I don't have babies. There's a wild dino over here. Probably getting eat up by my turrets. Oh, no. Oh. Somebody coming to collect things. Bye, Gino. Bye, Gino. Boop. So, boop. We'll put the baby away. We'll put this baby out. It's just down on the right thumbstick again to get it out of the pouch. We'll get some food for the baby, since it doesn't have the Maywing bonus right now. Why did I grab you? Not who I wanted. Right. How are you guys? I'm gonna start giving babies 30 seconds. So, a couple more minutes, and then I will give my babies.
Why, hello there.
What else to talk about? Mutations will also give another color. So the Ravager has 3 color regions. Yeah. When your dino mutates, it will give you a color mutation and a stat mutation. Sometimes, randomly and very rarely, it can give you a double stat mutation or a double color mutation. And if it gives you a double stat mutation or even a double color mutation, and you have the mutation one of them is the mutation that you want, it can throw off all of your planning if you're a perfectionist like me. I keep everything recorded, and otherwise I forget, like when I'm doing a bunch of eggs at once and I am looking for a specific stat, so I'm paying attention for the increase of level or the change in the number on the stat. So I have to write it down, otherwise I forget, because mom brain. But if it gets a double mutation, it'll go up by 4 levels. And then when you're trying to breed, if you're using that one as your breeder for the next mutations to get the next stack, it can either throw... So, okay. Let's say we have our 448s right now, okay? That's what we're breeding with. I get a double mutation. So now it's 452. When I take that 452 and breed it back to my 448s, because you want to keep one parent the same, which is, we usually pick the females. You want to keep one parent the same because you're trying to stack the mutations on one side. I should have talked about this before. Sorry. Backtracking. Don't have my notes. Ooh, let's see. Let's grab one of my Rexes. So I've been working on my Rexes recently. We've got our perfect female. And I have 12 melee mutation stacks. When it breeds with one of these females that you can see at the top on the pink mutations and blue mutations, which is maternal, paternal, mother, father, when it breeds and makes a baby, it will always show the mutations on the father's side. So right now this one has 12 on the paternal and 1 on the maternal, and that's because I got a double mutation, and of course one of them was on melee, and I was not going to pass that up when I was at 11 melee stacks. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing for anyone. My goal was to not be confusing, and I feel like I ended up being confusing anyways. So yes, your females, you always use the perfect females with 0 mutations. And you always want the male to be the one with the mutation stacks. If you're breeding and you get a female that gets the next mutation, you breed it back to your perfect male. So you always keep that one. That way, you breed them, and when you get a male that has the mutations from the female, then it will still, the next baby will have all the mutations on the one side. Okay? I wish I had something to draw it out for you. I do not. Any questions? A 1,000 questions. Okay. let's do one question at a time. I always stacked mutations on the paternal side. Let's see. You can see my melee stacked one that I'm breeding back to is male. And I keep my perfect females. So... yes. So even if the mutation shows up on the maternal side... Whoops, I didn't put that array in the right spot. Even if the mutation shows up on the maternal side, if the baby is a male, it stays on... It will pass to the next baby on the paternal side. Does that make sense? Whoa, their saddles get really big. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that. You guys see how the saddle is like twice as big because the mama's pregnant? Yes, then you take it and breed it back to the clean females. Come on, give me a mutation. No. You're dead! Stop walking towards me! That was really creepy. Wait. Ah. My hawks always hide from me. Ugh. Oh, wonder if the baby's ready for it. You want 30 seconds. Look how cute it is. Those little yellow horns. So toot. I know. Little baby goat. Alright, wants to cuddle. Boop. Imprinted 100%. So I don't know if... I think goats... You can't have it, is mine. I don't know if goats... If these ones take 2 imprints or not. I think it's 2. You're welcome to cuddle the little goats anytime you want. Pay no attention to the level, though. But yeah, so if it would have taken 2 imprints, then because it's in the pouch, it took a double, so it got 100% with 1 imprint. Fasty imprints. But it sucks that they can only hold small babies. Oh, you're pregnant. You are not mated yet. Neither are you. Phoenix. Let's go tame some Ravagers. Come hang out with me. Or we could play Conan. Or something else. Obi, are you still streaming? So is that a yes? I don't know. Is that a I'll think about it? Gotta clean up my mess. Everyone's always like, this is so organized. I'm like, yeah, except I can still never remember where anything is. It's alphabetical, and I still come in here and I'm like, okay, Shadow Main. What does Ravager start with? R, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The question, OB, was if you were still streaming or if you wanted to come hang out, or if you wanted to come hang out while you were streaming. Yeah, so pretty. Still don't know where anything is. Oh, I bet you had a pod in your bag, didn't you? Yep. It may look organized. On the outside, things are organized. It's the inside the brain that is less organized. I can't tell. Ben just laughed, and I can't tell if he was laughing at me or not. Nope, no mutation. This is why I hate breeding mammals. Because they take so long. Let's see. Can you hold a baby Ravager? You can hold a baby Ravager. Probably only for a couple seconds, though. Let's do Conan, then. I can hop over to Conan. We can go fight some bosses or something. That's okay. If you've been sitting here listening to me, Phoenix, you know that I also have been struggling with words tonight. Words are hard. Baby, or no, you just started. Always, always, always turn off mating before you log off. Unless you're on single player when everything pauses. But if you play on a server, whether it's official or unofficial, always turn off mating. Unofficial server owners will thank you.